In this here in this video, we are going to see the first unit of analog and digital communication. This subject is for information technology students, and in the first unit, we are going to see about analog communication. First of all, what is mean by communication? So we all know in this world, communication is everything. We are need to communicate to process the things. So from the beginning of the mankind, the communication is existing. So the communication is the process of establishing a link between 2 points. So through the communication only, we can exchange the information. So in the engineering point of view, how we do the communication process effectively when the sender and the receiver are far away from each other? What are the general components we are using for communication? So any communication process requires 3 essential parts. First one is sender, second one is receiver, and third one is communication channel. In general, the communication, we can divide the communication into 2 halves. One is a wired communication and wireless communication. So a very good example for wired communication is telephone. So in nowadays also we are using telephone, but basically we are using it for our broadband, so internet connection. So in those days they will maximum call are available using, we can call our friends or anyone or relatives using the telephone only. So the sender and the receiver both will use the telephone. So those two things are connected by the wired communication. The coaxial cables are connected, so the information is transmitted in the wired medium. And then due to some advancements in the engineering, we go for wireless communication. So in the wireless communication only now we are using. What is the advantage between wired and wireless means? Comparatively, the speed and the data rate are high for wired communication alone. So for mobility purpose only, for easily handling, we go for wireless communication. So the wireless communication best example is our mobile communication. So how the mobile communication happens mean, the mobile communication, if I am going to send a data, I have from my mobile phone, the data is transmitted to the nearby base station. And from that particular base station, the particular base station will pass us to the nearby base station. Likewise, the base stations are intermediate base stations are act as repeaters, which will get the signals, which will enhance the quality of the signal, and they send back it to the nearby repeaters. Likewise, it will exchange the information until it reaches the receiver mobile phone. So this is a wireless communication best example which we are using nowadays. Okay, the interference noises are very high compared to wired communication, but we preferred wireless communication nowadays only for the mobility purposes, and the device size is very minimum, so we can use it. It is very user friendly. These are the 2 types of communication. In general, this is the general block diagram of the communication system. In engineering, the communication system contains 2 things, source and the destination. Source is the transmitter. Source is the person who generates the actual signal. It is from the environment. If a person is speaking, then he is the source. If we are hearing music from the environment, then it is a source. From the source, we need to collect the information and we need to transmit. So if I am speaking means I am the source and the transmitter is my mobile phone. So what will happen in the mobile phone? The actual message signal which I am generating cannot be transmitted for a longer distance. So the transmitter will do some techniques, will do some modulations, will do some process, and then only it will leave the signals in the air medium. Here we take a mobile communication means the air medium is the channel. So in the air medium, what will happen means there will occur some distortions. So what is the distortions? Due to the environment, due to the buildings, the exact signals will get distorted. So then in the receiver section, we need to retrieve back the message signal. The mobile device which is used by the user in the receiver section, their mobile phone is the receiver. It will demodulate and it will decode the message signal which I send, and then the receiver will hear the exact message what I send. So This is a general communication system. This is applicable for both wired and wireless communication. So I explained using a wireless communication, which is a mobile communication. Okay. So what in this unit we are going to study means what are the process we are going to happen in the transmitter section. So why can't we transmit the exact message signal generated by the source through the channel? What are the problems will occur when we transmit